Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a nice Tuesday. Almost there to the 4-day holiday weekend. Should be good. Should be. Lots of tasty stuff going on. Someone's staring at my camera wondering. I'm not sure what he's wondering. Anyway. Alright, headlines. Get our Tuesday headlines going here. Why a decades-old AC/DC song might be returning to the charts. The record charts, Billboard charts. Why? Wonder what happens recently that causes old songs, rock songs in particular, to shoot up on the music charts. I'm guessing since the new Stranger Things is coming out next year, it'll be on the Stranger Things. That's my guess. It didn't say in the article.
Well, they do have a song called Back in Black. It's back in black, so back. It has to return.
It has to come back all the time. Yeah. Back in Black has to come back all the time. Okay, well, maybe that's it. All right. Why John Denver's last recordings are being compared to Taylor Swift. John Denver's come up a lot recently. I like that. Actually, the reason why he's being compared to Taylor Swift is because Taylor Swift did a unique thing a little while ago that had to do with her, the record company owning her songs, the original recordings of her songs. Well, what she did to get around that is she re-recorded her songs under her own private label and then was able to sell those that way and take ownership of that version of the song. John Denver actually did that back in 1996. He actually did it a few years before as well. He did a chunk of songs. Last time he did it was 1996. He died in 1997. But I don't know if that's the inspiration for where Taylor Swift got her idea, but he did the same thing, recorded his songs his own way on his own private label and re-released them that way. Very cool. All right, moving right along. Side effects of apple cider vinegar may actually outweigh any benefits of weight loss or weight loss benefits. It's because the stuff tastes like crap. I don't know why apple cider vinegar is so popular. It's apple cider vinegar. Vinegar.
Tastes like crap.
Your vinegar goes in the stuff and the things, and you don't drink the vinegar. So whether you call it apple cider or anything else, it's still bleh. It's still vinegar. Jeez. Get it? Got it? Good. Moving on. Okay, so it is Tuesday. Yesterday, a very cool thing happened. Our folks from the Salvation Army, our volunteers here, some of you guys out there, got to be a part of not just boxing up all the goods and stuff like that get distributed to folks. They actually got to participate in the actual distribution of this. So they went out yesterday. Joe, Stephanie, and a few of our clients that have gone and done the volunteering went out and actually handed it to people. So that was pretty cool. Here's a couple shots of it right here. Pretty cool. That's full circle, man. That's getting the stuff, that's packaging it up, and that's actually delivering it to the people. So pretty cool experience to see that full circle action there. And we got plenty more volunteering to do for Salvation Army to keep that going. So good job, everybody, on that. Now we got to get to the most important part of the episode, which is talking about my favorite show this time of year, which is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
During holiday travel, some people get delirious, some get delayed, and some get Del Griffin.
American Light and Fixture, Director of Sales, Shower Curtain Ring Division.
Neil Page got all three.
I was on my way home to spend a nice holiday with my family. Instead, I'm in a motel bed with a stranger.
So instead of Thanksgiving with his family, he's spending 3 days with the turkey.
Yes, this is the show for Thanksgiving. There's a few other Thanksgiving holiday shows, but this one's the best. And I always watch it Thanksgiving Eve, so tomorrow night, watch it. And then Thanksgiving Day, that night, I watch Christmas Vacation. That starts off the Christmas holiday season. But Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I did a deep dive on it last year. This year, though, one of the characters, John Candy. This guy's an amazing actor. He died way too soon in the early 2000s, but he's got great films. I'm going to give you a couple here to check out over the weekend. He's got a lot of good films, but one of them is The Great Outdoors with Dan Aykroyd. It's a really funny show. These two families that know each other, they rent a cabin up on a lake, and comedy ensues from there. All kinds of crazy stuff. There's bears, there's water skiing, there's kids, I mentioned water skiing, and then there's a bear, there's an old guy, and lobsters. Yeah, there's some lobsters too. Lots of cool. I'm getting a weird look.
What about raccoons?
Oh, and some raccoons, yes.
Because you know hot dogs are made of, right?
Yeah, it's a really good show. It's really funny. John Candy, if you like him in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, you'll really love him in this because it's kind of the same kind of thing. The other show, though, that you got to check out is Uncle Buck. Yes, this is a little bit of a dark comedy, but it has Macaulay Culkin in it prior to Home Alone, actually right before Home Alone. But this is a really, really good show. It really shows John Candy's range of being able to act comedically, seriously, and just being able to, in one scene, change a lot of things that are going on. It's really pretty cool to watch, but it's really funny. Basically, Uncle Buck, he's the uncle that comes to stay with some kids because the parents got to go out of town for a little bit, and craziness ensues. The older sibling, she doesn't want to listen to any of the rules. The younger sibling, Macaulay Culkin, he's just a young kid, is kind of different and has different questions and very curious about things, and very interesting show, but really, really funny. It's got some good comedy, got some good seriousness, good family film too. You can catch most of these on most streaming services, about $4 a rental. Inflation, rental costs have gone up, but really good John Candy films. Now, of course, you got to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles because that's a good culmination of John Candy's abilities as well. All right, enough. Now you got some shows to watch. Uncle Buck, The Great Outdoors, go watch those this weekend. You got 4 days, should be able to get it done. All right, guys, let's move right along now to the Back in the Bearded Past with Zach.
Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, November 21st, and today we're going to go back with Zach. And today, it's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving here in like 2 days. So we're going to talk about a little bit of the history of the mashed potatoes. How many of you guys have mashed potatoes? It's pretty common on
Hey Zach,
Thanksgiving.
let me guess. Some guy accidentally stepped on a potato.
I think that's exactly what it is. The man mashed a potato. He got angry and threw it against the wall because it wasn't doing anything. He was staring at it. So he was sitting there staring at this potato, and he was trying to think, what should this potato do? And he got mad. He picked it up, threw it against the wall. He goes, it's mashed. Yeah. Anger does pay. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Don't get angry. No. So mashed potatoes, to be quite frank with you, they really were a common staple within Irish households because that is an area where they took. Now, they originated down the Inca Empire. The Incas, if you look at the hillsides, they're built like this. They were the first to cultivate potatoes on a mass scale, the Latin Americans. And so after the Inca were conquered by the Spaniards then brought potatoes over to Europe, right? Well, I'm going to tell you, the French, it's funny, the French here in 1748, they deemed the potato unedible for humans and actually banned it as a food source in France. And some people even thought it caused leprosy. I think I've had leprosy a few times from my mashed potatoes. Ironically, though, here's the funny part of it, the flip side to it. It was a Frenchman who did discover the tastiest variations of potato, a dish that would become increasingly popular over the course of the next century. So here we go. His name is Antoine Augustin. It's French, so I can't pronounce it. A military pharmacist who served in the 7 Years' War. Now, the 7 Years' War was a really big battle here. Lots of things went on during this time. All right, so back to Augustin Parmentier. So basically, this guy. Basically, what happened is the France. So the Britons and the French, they were captured by Prussian soldiers during this time. They were forced to eat potatoes, basically, or starve to death. Now, remember, the French were told these weren't edible, and they could cause leprosy. So this was a very scary moment for a lot of the French. Well, the imprisoned pharmacist discovered the potatoes were delicious food source and began experimenting with different variations. Following his release from prison, he returned to France and began to tell his countrymen about the wonders of potatoes. He demonstrated different ways to cook them, including mashing them, and began to call on the French government to lift the ban. Man, I can't believe this. This thing actually caused riots in the streets. Bring back potatoes. So he began a series of publicity stunts in his campaign to lift the ban on potatoes, hosting high-profile dinners, and he would include mashed potatoes. The French government was eventually forced to lift its ban in 1772. So, there we go. Eventually, farmers in Europe found potatoes easier to grow and cultivate, other than some of their other crops. More importantly, it became known that potatoes contained most of the vitamins needed for sustenance, and they could provide for nearly 10 people for each acre of land cultivated. So, there we go, you guys. For the most part, that is the potato. The history continues to go on to the 1840s. We had major outbreak of the disease, so a lot of Europeans came over here, and it came out in a cookbook. At one point, it was in a cookbook, and Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, and George Washington all owned copies of her cookbook, and this lady was Hannah Glass. She put this book out in the 18th century cookbook, you guys. Sorry, a little all over the place. Enjoy. Have a good one, yeah.
All right, very good. And the National Day with Bald Clayton.
It's me! Woo! Hey, I'm super pumped up this week because we are 2 days from one of my favorite days, Thanksgiving. Who's excited for Thanksgiving? Let me hear those round of applause that you over there, woo! So, when I saw what today's National Day was, I was super excited. It is National Butt Bread Day! Appropriate name, stuffing. But it's Butt Bread Day! Who does not like butt bread? I love butt bread. Ray, you like butt bread?
Love butt bread.
Butt bread is delicious. You can make it out of cornbread, sourdough, any type of bread. It is delicious. You can add meat to it. You can add fruits. You can add vegetables. Oh, butt bread is super versatile. And it is super good. Remember, the stuff that's outside the turkey is just called dressing. The stuff that's in it is called butt bread, or the appropriate term, stuffing. So, I hope you guys enjoy. We're 2 days out. 2 days out. We're almost to Thanksgiving Eve. Oh, and I can't wait to eat my mom's special stuffing she makes, which is also known as, what? Butt bread! Woo! Alright, guys. I hope you guys have fun, and I hope you guys are getting as excited about Thanksgiving as this guy is. Thank you. Have a great day today.
Yes, Clayton's still bald. Yeah. I have no room to talk, even though I'm wearing a hat. It just keeps me warm this time of year. So, anyway, guys, this is Tuesday, 1 o'clock, YouTube Live, where Alana and Mona will do something fun and entertaining for you guys. We'll see what happens there. Otherwise, have a great Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday, where in building we'll have our Thanksgiving, Barbecue Friday. It's going to be awesome. So much good stuff and good food. Lots to be thankful for. So have a great Tuesday, everybody. See you tomorrow. Take care.